Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. Y'all have been dropping beautiful comments to me that is really, pulling on my heartstrings. So I truly appreciate that. And for my new family that's coming through, welcome. It's so good to have you. With that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting, give you good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so always appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with content in my video. And trying to turn this music up just a little bit. I've been listening to the same one since I think I'm on my fourth or fifth video. I'm not sure, but it's that same music that's bringing me some peaceful vibes. The video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, respecting your calmness. It's your loudest voice of your strength. That is so true. I don't know who did that. I don't know if my sister from another Miss Nicole put that up or everything aligns. I can't remember which one it was, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to use that. I'm going to give credit while credit's due. That's why I try to give people shout outs when y'all be giving me inspiration to go ahead and speak on something. It's like when I look at everything that has taken place in my life and seeing how much my situation, my trauma, everything that I've been through has really changed me for the better. Even though I'm not exactly where I want to be at, it allowed me to see everything in a totally different way. And it was like when I was growing up, I don't even call them family, but my truth teller, my blessings in disguise used to always tell me, when people know that they have done something to you and they know, the best thing to do, stay calm, don't say anything. That will scare them more than a person that is flipping out and going off on, because that lets you know that you don't never know when something gonna come off, and that scares somebody more than anything. They always tell you, fear the quietest person in the room, because you don't know what they're doing. The ones that talk loud and always got something to say, those are the ones you ain't got to worry about, and a lot of things I've went through, I really went through, like I tell people all the time, I wouldn't wish the things that I've gone through that I'm going through as well on my worst enemy. And I built up a lot of them, especially around this situation. I've really got a lot of them. And it just allowed me to, when I had that quiet time to myself, just to reflect and try to see, when I'm trying to allow myself to really see things at a positive light, it allows you to recognize the strength that you have. Because if you allow yourself to see everything that was sent to break you was that same thing to empower you, that becomes your biggest strength. Even when, you have people that want to sit up here and, just being able to take you out of your sequence of peace, your element of peace. You don't have to be able to have a say on, about who's wrong, who's right, whatever. If you're right about certain things, you don't have to give that, that as any airplay. You don't have to be able to prove yourself, because you don't have anybody to really prove yourself to, unless you're about to go to jail for some stuff and be like, hey, I ain't do this, I got alibi, something. But if it's something where people want to challenge you, I've had people here, even when I'm just like, I always tell people, your words, just don't think that you can hide behind things when you text and type people. Because when you're open to your gifts and you're very sensitive on that, you can feel a shift. And when somebody's provoking you, you can feel a shift when somebody's trying to debate with you. I can have a conversation with somebody all day, and I can tell people, I got side of an INFJ in me too. So if I see something a certain way, I'm not opposing towards or going against somebody else's difference of perception or, perspective, because I always feel like, hey, we can all discuss things. I'm learning something every day. That's when you're opening up to that vibe of enlightenment, because you don't know everything. You have to be open towards learning something new every day. And then when you're allowing yourself to do that, even though you may not be exactly where you are, look at how much your situation has changed you. How much that your situation has changed you. Going through the things that I've gone through, and I allow myself to look at everything that is taking place in my life, for people to break me, for me to end my life on all different things, that they get pissed off because there's so many different things that's been placed on me, and yet I'm still here. And I tell people all the time, they should have started with me at a later time, like, when I got into my adulthood, because if it came out of nowhere, oh, you probably would have got me. But since I was broken at a very early age when it came to trauma and all types of abuse, I came to be accustomed of that, and it is just so many different things. When I tell y'all, I was in heavy reflection for the last few days. It was really kicking my butt. But then when I allowed the dust to clear, that was something I needed to do. And a lot of times we're going through this element of change. We're allowing ourselves to rise towards the things that we want. You're trying to reach the pinnacles you're trying to reach. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to allow yourself to look at things different. Allow yourself to be open, to be your best judgment of character. Just because somebody says something, if people see that you're trying to do something, like, no, don't do that, whatever. At the end of the day, it's up to you on what decision you choose to go through. you know There'll be a lot of people that you intimidate. We rub people the wrong way. When you start getting stronger in your strength, you talking about people coming with the horns, the talons coming at you. You have to allow yourself not to be moved. You have a purpose. I've had people say, oh, you're not a Heyoka, you're black and you're this, you're that. You're sitting up here, claiming something that you're not. I don't know what am I supposed to be getting out of something. I'm claiming something I'm not. What am I supposed to be getting out of it? I've had different guardians that came towards my way that have questioned the things that I went through when it comes to our treaty, our tribe, or whatever, you want to call it. And then when I start answering questions and they start feeling that vibe, they're like, damn, okay, yeah, they picked you, on certain things, and it's just like there's so many ignorance of vibrations that wants to come around. I'm not saying it's somebody stupid or anything like that, but when they're not allowing themselves to embrace that knowledge, that's ignorance, because you see that belief and you choose not to. That's stupid. That is really stupid to me. And I'm not trying to call somebody stupid, but I'm just saying that's stupid for you not to be able to see what is being presented to you and you still trying to challenge that. And I tell people real quick, I said, number one, nobody is all of anything. So that's another thing, when people assume different things of me. I've had it where I even made a whole video on talking about doubters. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we're all different things. It didn't make sense to me, even when they said I was a Heyoka, because I thought, my ancestors was calling me out my name, and I thought I was about to have to start fighting, because I'm like, you call me a little who? I was like, what is that? Is that a hoe or something like that? I'm like, little Heyoka. I'm like, is that in your little native tongue? You trying to call me out my name? Because I'm really trying to know. So I'm, seeing how I'm going to present myself to you, and stuff like that. But then when they allowed me to go back down that path and they start pinpointing everything that was preparing me for that, is in growing up, being born near a reservation. I had my mom take me to certain people, because my mom was spiritually gifted like that, where I had people pray over me, giving me certain amulets, certain rings with turquoise stuff to to protect me, doing different prayers around me. And I'm really just trying to understand why people giving me gifts. My mom was like, I can't take you anywhere without people giving you gifts of some kind of protection. And all these different things. Ooh, my alarm came off. All these different things that was taking place in my life, and then understanding that. And, I had that vibe as well. As just like, I'm just learning about my background, my biological family and stuff like that. So I didn't understand that either. But then when I started seeing what Creoles are, what we embody in different cultures, Dutch, Spanish, Caribbean, um, African American descent, French, German, as well as Native American, all these different things. Our family originated from, Louisiana, as well as the heart of Minnesota, all these different things that allowed me to be able to understand you were chosen for this for a reason. You don't have to dictate to people about having to prove yourself of who you are, because we sent certain people your way to give you that and that assistance that you needed to understand, to open yourself up to more of knowing about yourself, more understanding, because it's like, what, it was almost close to 2.5 years, I think now 2.5 years of me being that, acknowledging, about being a trickster, a sacred clown. Even when I notice when I start heightening up in my frequency, I start typing stuff backwards. I start saying stuff backwards, and I have to be able to correct myself. And it's just like you're becoming one with your power. They're allowing you to see where, it'll be just the littlest things you looked over, and it would have been a big impact of another connection that was leading you towards something else that was a lot more powerful. I see a lot of things. I feel a lot of things. It was like I was outside talking to spirit earlier, and next thing you know, a thunder being came right down and swooped. It was like a big confirmation of what, I'm aligning myself with, and being able to understand this is truly a big blessing to me to be able to, be able to be a part of something this big, this sacred. I always had a fascination with learning my history when it comes to, Native American, knowledge and stuff like that. Being around different tribes, or them telling me certain things that I was just like, why are they openly telling me stuff like this? And they'll feel that. They know it was something, a part of me that I had to be able to acknowledge on those different things. And it became very beautiful to me. And then it started, I'm just like, no, this can't be real. No, this can't be real. And I got, different things in my room that has Egyptian stuff on it. I got my little trinkets here that I have to place around my bed with, the jewelry from Native American, body wear, dress, or whatever, stuff like that. And got all my feathers and stuff. And it's just allowing me to really see the things that we're doing, being able to know that I can be a part of something like this, being able to connect with y'all on so many different levels, being able to have that gift of being able to see the future, or, recognize the past, for me not to just be able to help myself, but the people that I'm strongly connected to, that I'm assisting as well. We're all going through that initial growth. And when you're allowing yourself for your energy to speak for you, when you're allowing your energy to speak for you, that is your most powerful gift, because you're not allowing what others doing, or what kind of intentions they have to intimidate you, to distract you. A lot of times you don't have to even prove you right, just your silence. Okay, I'm gonna allow you to assume, because there's a lot of times I've been tested upon that, and and I found it, comedical, whatever you want to, funny, haha, whatever, on how people approach me with that, because they're closed-mindedness, or there are certain things that, felt like, hey, I've been raised up on these different practices, and you just popping up in here claiming something. I might look, I don't step on nobody's toes. I'm very superstitious, as well as spiritually religious. I'm not about to, I already know what the power of the hands and the power of the words can do and stuff like that. I'm not even about to step that boundary to even mess up my life for something like that. So I already know I'm not going to step into something claiming I am when I'm not, but being able to understand, I feel like it's a big blessing. It's not something that I want to brag or boast about, but just being able to know that the lessons that are being sent through me to consume me, for me to be able to consume and project, or, project and reflect towards other people to do the same. Being able to speak on things that hasn't came yet, and then that'll be a confirmation when I go back and look at it. We all hold a powerful gift, that we had to be able to see within ourselves. And a lot of times that scare us because it's foreign. This is something you do things in a natural way that so many other people just have to practice for. I've felt certain things where people had to be taught and be learn something where they were, into that, where they were grown up learning these practices, and it can be a certain thing I can focus on, and boom, it and that can rub people the wrong way when you're able to do that, because they were like, I practiced this my whole life. This is a part of my family. This is a part of my tribe. This is very sacred. And, and what are you doing? You just finding out about yourself. I'm just like, everybody has their direction of doing things. You have your own focus of a tunnel vision of what you're doing. And a lot of times when you don't speak, when somebody expects you to, because a lot of times people place something on your path just to see how you're going to, move about it. Are you going to get, rowdy? Or are you going to allow that to, throw you out your element? Or are you going to allow yourself to step over it and say that is even a part of my thought process? And that's when you're knowing, that you are growing with your wisdom, because you're not allowing somebody's assumption or ignorance or closed-mindedness affects you on what your beliefs are, what you see. Now, if this something, I'm the type of person, I don't push my beliefs on anybody. It's either you're going to believe me or you don't. You're going to allow this to take heed because this is something you had to hear, and you can place it upon your life or do whatever with it. I'm just doing my part. I can't force nobody to do nothing they don't want to do. That's all about free will. If it's drawn for me to be able to connect with that person on a deeper level and being able to open that line of trust, because it's like with us, we have trust issues when it comes to certain things, but we can also understand the vibration is being presented to us at times, So when I'm allowing myself to be open towards that, spirit will come back to me and being able to tell me something that there's no way of me knowing that when it comes to that certain individual. And that's how they'll allow them to say, hey, you can trust her. She's here to help you. She's here to enlighten you as you're doing the same with her. So we're all going through that. And, it's just like when you allow, a lot of times we want to be happy. And, when we're about to achieve stuff in our lives, there are very, very big milestones in our lives that we worked hard for. A lot of times they tell you, and what's the best bet? Keep that to yourself. Not everybody, and I had to learn that the hard way. Keep that to yourself. Allow them, let your success speak for you. Let your energy speak for you. Speak on it after everything's said and done. But when you're about to approach something that is not solid yet and is getting into alignment, you don't understand how somebody's energy on hating the fact that you're about to get something that they can't be entitled to, they can place that energy on it to block it. Even if somebody's happy for you and they were like, oh, I wish that happened to me. You don't realize just because they compared that energy with yours, that's going to make yours go into a different route. It's going to detour, and you're trying to understand, why did this happen? Because you're speaking on something that has not been, it hasn't been set in stone yet. That's why they always say, don't never let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. People can't stop what they can't see. They can't pray against what they don't know. So allow yourself, let your biggest strength in your calmness to present itself for you. So many things are said and done without you saying nothing. When people are doing stuff to see a response, when you said nothing, that was the response that you're giving. Whatever they're doing is not going to affect what I'm going to do with myself. It may affect you, but it's not going to affect me. What you think of me is how you see yourself. That's not going to affect me. It's important about how I see myself, how I project myself. Other people's thoughts and opinions of me is none of my business. It's how I see and project myself. There are going to be a lot of times, people have different perceptions about you. But, if they're not open it, they're only going to see their level of perception, no matter what you say. But you're allowing yourself to move throughout your strength. Not everything needs an introduction. Just allow it. If it is, let it be your energy. Everything doesn't need your response. Everything doesn't have to have the last word. Sometimes you have to just walk away and let people play their little childish, like man games. You're learning a lot right now. You're reflecting a lot. You're having a deeper understanding about your path, things that are coming on towards you. The things are very uncomfortable because they're preparing you for something that you never seen coming. So allow yourself to be knowing that you deserve this and you're very worthy of that. But allow it to stay to yourself. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible for everything you do. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Damian Jordan. Much love to you. Hazel Toki, Project Delta, and Sis Wiedemann. I hope I pronounced your name right. I apologize, Susan, if I didn't do it that way. But, welcome. I hope you have a safe, blessed weekend. Be responsible for everything you do. I hope and pray whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes so much bigger and better than you ever anticipated, and comes sooner than you expected as well. And even through social distancing, make sure that you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take you a long way. Well, them a long way as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, tell somebody about the channel, and drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Much love. Peace.